Good morning, guys. This is Paula, and I'm back today for us to decorate the nature book. This again is my design team project, and I decided this time, because of the color of the book and, all of that, that I would add a little small amount of lace. This is very short lace, as you can see here. Let me find it. Short lace. See, it's only like a ½ inch, if even that. It may be less than that. So what I thought we would do is just start putting elements in, like pockets and so forth. And by the time we get all that done, it will probably be time for the camera to turn off. But then, if we have time, we'll do some decorating outside of that. So, the first thing I thought was just put pockets in and glue them together. They are all inked. They just need a home. So, the first thing I'm going to do is, this is a library card that I made, and I thought it would look good with this side up over here. And I don't have the library card right in front of me, but I'm going to go ahead and glue this back down right here. I hope you guys are having a good day today. A good Tuesday, I guess I should say. So good. It's good so far for me, so that's a good thing, huh? You have to go to the beauty shop and get my hair colored and trimmed today. That's always a good day, right? So now, this is a small pocket. If you're looking at it thinking, wow, it is a small pocket, but I made sure that my card could fit in there, and that's all that matters, right? We just need it to hold our little library card. And I used everything that comes in the kit in this. So I did add some, some other things out of cardstock. Now, I don't know, I'm going to hold this down for a second. I don't know when I'll get the other part done. We may get to today. Now, this is a 2 signature book. It has about, trying to remember how many pages. It has 60, I had it written down somewhere. Here it is. And it will have a total of 120 pages. So each signature has 30 sheets of paper. And then I count front and backs. So counting front and back, it is definitely, got this a little crooked. I'm going to straighten it up real quick. The nice thing about Fabri-Tac, you can get it straightened out. Okay, now I think it is down as good as it's going to be. So, all right, so let's go to the next place I want to try. Trying to decide where I decided I wanted to add this. I think I'm going to add these little banners right here that I made a long time ago. I just think they're really cute. And if somebody wants to use them as a tuck spot, they can. Or if it bothers them, they can glue the flags down. I just kind of, I just want it kind of toward the outside here. Turn this around so I can get to it better. I wanted it up higher than that and further over. So, I might have to wipe a little glue off, but that's all right. I'm putting it toward the outside because I don't want the bulk in by the binding, because that's what makes it even harder to close your books whenever you have them, you know, everything crammed up in the binding area. Got some strings here I'm trying to get cut off. There. I'll turn it back around now. Get it back in order. Yeah, that looks good. Because we've got, you know, right here is a butterfly, a snail, and it looks like a bee of some sort. Don't ask me. I am not really good at, you know, the whole. Some of these I don't remember where I had them. But we're just going to see what happens and see if we can find. I know this one goes here. I just make my own little pockets. And I also used, in this kit, I also used what came in the kit. So, we got a variety of types of pockets. Trying to get this all spread around. Woo! Strings everywhere, of course. Okay, now I'll hold it here at the top. I'm going to put it toward the outside too on this one. All right. Now, I think I wanted to put right here is one of the pockets in Tracie's kit, the Vivid Nature kit. And I'll tell you guys, it's very soft. And it's just really a pretty kit. It's on the soft side of nature. That's what I'm calling it. I'm trying to get this glue just wants to come out in tons. So I'm trying to keep it from doing that. It just have to keep a wipey out when it acts like that. There we go. This is a tall pocket. Perfect. The lighter the pocket is, the easier it is to get them in where they need to be. I think that's where I wanted it. Maybe it's right here. I hate to, I'm terrible at remembering stuff like that. I laid it in order. I kind of laid stuff where I wanted it, kind of trying to get, you know, stuff evenly spaced. That's not even possible. I decided, you know, used to, I would count my pages and I would make sure that I could, you know, put them right where I wanted them. But now I just it's just too much to think about. I'd rather move on to my next journal for the next person or something. I'm trying to move all this stuff up so I don't get out of camera. Okay, now did I have anything in between here? I'm not thinking so. If I do have extras at the end, then we'll just deal with that then. I'm trying to remember where I had this next little flower. Oh, and I did lay my cards in where I wanted them. I think I'm going to put this right here because this has the orange that's on the birds. It's a type of finch. Okay, and I am going to put a little more there because it's heavier and I want it to hold without any problem. Okay, now this is going to be a side tuck on this page with a bird out of a vintage observation book. If you notice in this, I'll show you. On this, I matted with white because the lace was white, and I just thought it looked better than using khaki. And so then I matted it on some of the blue floral that came with the cardstock, in the cardstock part of it. Have to kind of watch it because it will ooze when you can't even notice it. Anyway, then I punched it right here. Let me hold it up for you to see. I punched it so you can see this white one with the white stripes across here. I cut it out and then I punched each corner. And then I matted the bird on this little bit of blue so it would kind of pop off the page, not blend, just on the top and the bottom. And that's just a punch I got at Hobby Lobby. I'll show it to you. Let me grab it if I can find it. And it is EK Success. EK Success is the brand. Okay, all right, so now we'll move on and see what's next. What is next? I think I probably should have put that somewhere back there, but I don't recall where I was going to put it, so we can always go back if I can't find where it goes and repeat ourselves. Here we go. I think this is where, no, I can't remember if it was this one. Maybe this is where it goes. But it also has a lot of green. No, the green doesn't go there. Let's put this rose. No, let's see. Maybe we'll do them in the second half of this signature. That's the first half. So let's just keep going here. All right. Trying to remember what I had decided. I'm looking ahead here just to be sure we're getting it in the right place. Okay, this has the side tuck. I guess I had left it in there. So let's go ahead and add the glue to that. I stitched it with a zigzag stitch on the top. so it could look like it was stitched on. It's called a stitch. It's not a faux stitch, but it's a faux attached look. I wanted to cover up this creative memory, so that's why, because this is some old paper I have had forever, and I like to use all the papers. I'm thinking now, though, that this thing is a little long. It is, so let's push it up here and let it dry, and then I'll trim it on the top portion. Yeehaw, Paula. I thought I measured that. The only thing I hate about trimming it off is the fact that it has a rounded edge there, so I'll have to be able to, I'll trim it off this direction. If I can get my scissors to go up against the paper. There we go. Get the sticky off my scissors. Okay, get my corner punch out. We'll just operate on it, and then we can glue it back right there. There's always a way to make it happen. Get that little bit of glue from where I cut it off, kind of spread out. And we got to put a little bit of ink right here, because this is the only spot without ink. Okay. There we go. And I have to wipe off the volcano. All right. Now let's turn it back and see what we want to do moving forward. Here is this is where this envelope is going to live. I think. Who knows, you know? Who knows? I think I decided I wanted this right here. And the reason I did was because there's roses on the washi, on the fold-out page, one of the fold-out pages. Let's see. All right. Gosh, I have been going through, I have gone a little crazy on Etsy picking out different digital kits. I go a little nuts. I love them. And it's funny how I never used them, but now I love them. They're a lot of fun. Okay, so here is the other. This one has a butterfly, and I'm going to put it on this on the left side. Sorry, it's morning time, and it takes me a while in the morning to get my, it just gives, I don't know, my mouth will not, it's like it's dry from the night before, even though I brushed my teeth. It's crazy. Okay. Hopefully that glue's okay. All right, so we're going to glue it on this corner, and it will be a side tuck if needed also. Of course, it is oozing right there. Let me make sure it's not getting on the next page. Got a little bit oozing out over here on the end. Okay. That is not going to be coming off anytime soon. Never, actually. I don't expect. I got a little bit of glue smeared over here. So let's get it off. All right. I think we're good. I don't think there's any. This is the first time I've really oozed out, guys, with my glue. That's different, huh? Okay, so there's that one. And moving on to the next one here. Let's see what's coming up. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? I might have to go back and fiddle around and find where I wanted to put a couple of these other things. I've got 3 different elements. I'm trying to think. I'm making decisions as we talk here. There's certain areas I don't like to put anything. Because it just, I think it looks better. We've got a purple, zigzag on that coffee stain or tea stain paper. Okay. So nothing there, unless, maybe I was going to put that there. I think I will. Let's put this one here first, then we'll go back and catch the other 2. Let's put it on here. All right. Okay, now this one is actually going to go in the center. Maybe. Actually, we're going to put it up against the ribbon or the lace. I think I do really know the difference between ribbon and lace. I'm going to have to might have to clip this one. It's kind of in a, it's got itself acting up here. I bought some of those big paper clips for this reason. Because every once in a while you get, you know, the pocket or whatever that don't want to cooperate. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And then I don't leave it on a long time because it doesn't take Fabri-Tac very long to dry. So I don't want to bend flowers back there. Okay. Let's get that right there. Yeah. And then we can put a little clip, one of these little Tim Holtz clips right here in the middle to keep the middle down. Yeah. Now, I'm going to move back toward the other direction so we can see where we want to put these other 2 elements. I bet I was going to put one there, but I'm not 100% sure. I hate to put it on lined paper. This is where I have difficulty trying to decide where to put. I'm going to put it right here. where to put things, you know, because there's so much and you don't want to run out of space, but then at the same time you want to give the new owner something to work toward. But now, if I did not make journals, I would probably just want it decorated. That's just me personally. If I wasn't a journal maker, and I know there's a lot of people out there that would like to be, but don't just do it, and they like it decorated, I think. But what do I know? I don't know that for sure. I'm guessing. There we go. I don't know what the language is on this, but it's nothing I recognize. It's actually, it looks like regular letters, but you can't read what the words are. Don't know. Sorry, guys, if I got my big old head in there. I just pulled it up and got it out of my face. Thought, well, I'll get my video done this morning before I have to go get my hair done, because you get so distracted out doing stuff like that. And then I got to run an errand to Hobby Lobby. And so by the time I do all of that, I may be too pooped to do a video. No, not really. I just want to make sure I get it done today, because I had planned on doing it yesterday, but I didn't get everything, I didn't get the cover and everything done in time to do that. So, all right, so we have one more to put on this side, and I want it to kind of be around something green. It needs to go on the left-hand side of the page. Whoops, that's sticking. That little hole right there had glue from that card on the other side and decided to stick to the ledger. That's why you flip through it a few times while things are drying. So you don't have to deal with that happening. Okay, we're going to have to choose back here, Paula. It won't go there because it's the wrong side. I need it on this side. So we're going to put it right here. I think it will look good right there. Don't you? Do you agree with me? Okay, let's see. I'm going to put this as a corner tuck that I made. Let's put it in here. Try to get it as straight as we can. All right. I think we got it down. I don't know if I showed you guys, I'll show you here in a second, that I did add some lace pockets in the center. I just thought it looked really pretty. And so now we're going to go on to signature number 2 and see what's happening over here. Okay, now we have a whole nother stack of stuff. I'm going to move it on over to the left-hand side that I want to put in here. So, I also did another one of these, and I think I want it to definitely be on a purple page. So my flowers are getting bent. Let me move those real quick. When I shove the book back, something has to go, I guess, and it ends up being my flowers. They're getting bent after I fussy cut them. Don't you just love that? Don't you love it when you work hard on something and then it decides to... Okay, so we're going to put our little flag cluster on the top toward the outside. This has a button, so, and it's pretty thick. It has cheesecloth and different layers of papers, a ribbon, and it just chunkies it up when it gets like that. So, whoops. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to have to turn it around again to get it to cooperate. Shame, shame. Might have to put a clip on this one. It's kind of sliding around. There we go. I think it's... Sorry, I'm not trying to not talk to you. I was just really concentrating. Want to make sure it's straight. And I think it is. So we're good on that one. I'm going to look again though because, yeah, it's straight. I just want to make sure it's going to stay down because it's heavier. There we go. Okay, now let's get the book back where it needs to be. Okay, so that's the first element that goes down. So, what do we want? We want something by Edith Holden for sure. So let's put a pocket here. I really don't have much reason as to why I put what I do where. I kind of just color coordinate with the opposite page. Or if I'm desperate to find a place, you know, that if I need a left corner and I'm desperate, I'll just stick it wherever if I have to. But I like to try to match it up with the opposite page to give it a little bit more of a design. Come on, lay down there. Finally. Haven't had much going on. I don't, you know, I was trying to think if there was anything that new that has happened since the last video. But this is what happens when you retire. Those of you who aren't retired. You retire and then you never see anybody again. You kind of become boring for your children after a while. And they don't come either. So you just kind of have to hope that the phone will ring and it will be one of them saying, "Hey, Mom, we're coming over." I feel like sometimes I don't get to see my grandkids forever, but that doesn't happen that often. They're pretty good about making sure I get to see them. If I want to see them, they let me see them. No problem. Okay. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like, oh my goodness. I'm getting glue all over me, guys. So, oops, I just put that on the wrong side. It needs to go over here. I'll have to get the glue off the other side. Sorry, guys. Gotta hold it for a minute. This book is going to have more than just pockets. I'm going to go back and make some flip outs and I don't have that done, ready to go today, but got to be some surprises, right? I have some new projects I want us to work on. Some are digital projects, some are I must have grabbed that up just in time. Not that much glue on there. Mostly on the bottom part here. I would never put the same color on the same color. I don't know what I was thinking in my head. My head wasn't thinking. Okay, so let's move this way. Oh, and here's where I decided to put the belly band. I need to make sure it's the right length before I put it down. It looks like it needs to be trimmed a little bit, so let's just hope for the best. We'll see what happens. Here, I'll turn it this way to see if I got it the right length. Then I'll turn it right side up. Well, I did get it a little short, but I'd rather have it a little short than hanging over the page. I got to turn my fan on, guys, just a second. Whew, it's getting warm in here under these lights. I don't know if those of you that do videos ever notice when you turn on your bigger lights that it's because my husband bought these high-powered lights. He can't just do anything simple. I said, honey, I need some lights for recording. Couple days, here comes these lights, and I'm like, oh my word. Where am I going to put those, first of all? And but then I was glad because they're so good. I mean, I can see so well with them. All right, let's put this on here. Awesome. Got to make sure that I have this on straight before I move on. Trust me, it's easy not to have it on straight. I'm going to go back here and take these clips off that are in my way. Make sure they come off without any problem. Everything is stuck down now. Let's go back over here to our belly band. Where'd you go, belly band? There it is. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so moving along, let's see where we can get here. This is where the next envelope's going to be, and it will have a journaling card in it. But part of me is like, I don't really want that there. I want something. Look at this grunginess from the oven. Gail would say grunginess from the oven would be exciting. I'm going to put this one right here because I like it there better than what I had. And we'll put the envelope somewhere else. I don't like those big titles to show up on my papers, even though it is just all kinds of papers. But if I have one do that, I'll try to figure out how to cover it up sometimes. I must have missed it. Plus, it needs some dolling up a little bit. Since it's got that rustiness on it. I like the rustiness on the pages. I'm kind of like Gail. I do like it. I have a hard time grunging up my books completely. I do want them tea stained. But I just think it's my personality. It doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means I can't do it. I try. But if someone asked me, I would grunge it up all the way. If someone was wanting something real grungy. everything is tea stained except the cardstock and the, but I ink it. If I don't tea stain it, it's inked enough that you think it's tea stained. Okay, had a little glue coming out on me there. Okay, so now we're going to move on. And the next one should be a page that we can put a green tuck on the right side. Have to find it along the way. This, I can't imagine I wouldn't put something there right here, but I want one that's bright enough that it shows some of the other colors. I don't know how that got bent. I may have had something laid out for this already on the, for another page. So let me see. Yeah, this one goes here. I kind of thought it did. It has all three colors. Purple, yellow, and pink are pretty much, and blue. There's 4 colors in this collection. You gotta hold on to the end of the video and then I'll show you how I decorated the front of the book. I don't normally decorate the front of the book except at Christmas, unless there's something different, you know. And I thought this one needed to have some decoration. All right. Oh, we have another one of these that's going to go right here. And I matched up. I can tell that I had planned on putting it on there because of the color of the background. Glue just pours out of there. Messy thing. Okay, so we're going to put this on the left hand side. I did 4 of these so we could have, you know, 2 birds and 2 I could have 2 butterflies and 2 birds. I do have the flowers also, but I'm putting a lot of flowers in other ways in here. So I have trees, I have flowers in the observatory books. Okay. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, I'm not too talkative today, guys. Mostly because I just haven't had anything exciting happen since I saw you, or listen, since I saw you last. or since I talked to you last, but I'm still enjoying knowing that you're out there. I hope you guys are still enjoying the video. Where do we want to put the next thing? Let's put something here on the back. I like this one with grasshoppers. It kind of blends though, doesn't it? Here is one. I'm going to put this one on there because it's calling my name. I've got set up four retreats. I've got to, no, three retreats right now. And, got those coming up, but the first one is not until, gosh, they're farther out, more in the fall time, because it's always pretty in the fall. It's the best time. One of them's in the winter. I think it's one of them, maybe two of them. I don't know, but the first one's in October. And I have certain ones I like better than others, so I don't mind having them all close together if it means I'll enjoy myself, right? These are all scrapbooking retreats, but there are women that cross stitch or sew or do whatever. And I never know which one I'm going to do. That won't go there, so let's move along. Okay, this is where this one goes. I can tell. I didn't do a whole lot of green. I figured all the leaves and all that sort of stuff will take care of the green. I think we're going to have time, well, maybe a few minutes to do something else when we're done here. I might have to turn the video off and do a second video to do the other part. That wouldn't be so bad, would it? Okay. Then, let's see. Oh, here's another Creative Memories. I want to cover that up. I don't like those. And this looks cute with those up there, doesn't it? Or it's funny how you don't remember. I laid all this out last night how I wanted to do it. That's a joke. Nothing is ever like you think you're going to end up doing it. Sorry, I'm putting some glue on here and trying to hang on to the book at the same time. Sometimes when you make a journal, you got to have like 10 hands. Or at least it feels like it. Look at this glue string that went across the middle. Ended up to be a big string. That would have stuck down. It was too much not to stick down. Okay, so we're gonna cover up this portion right there. Right there. perfect. I'm wondering what I have this, and it just is calling my name to put it right here. So we'll clip it here, and if the new person doesn't like it, then they can move it. This is that little envelope that we made in the video, the paper envelopes that you fold out. Yeah, and then it has this long thing that kind of matches this. So I feel like that kind of goes there. Okay. Now, let's see what's next. Let's fold out there. Okay. I think I'm going to put that right there. I love this paper this pocket is made out of. It's the same paper that's inside the covers. My glue is really desperately needing to be wiped off the end. I'm trying to be better about not messing with my glue when I'm doing a video, when it's acting up, but sometimes you just gotta. Okay, get it all over me. Okay, let's see what happens here. This will be one that has to be clipped down because it's heavier. But we need to do a little bit of rubbing and let it kind of dry as it's being rubbed down. We'll get out the clips and clip it down. Otherwise, we'll be here on this page for a long time. There we go. These clips are the best thing in the world to do this. Even when I bound this book, I used them. I didn't use them completely. I used them as 2 of my clips, but kept the stronger ones for the first side I clipped down. But yeah, it's they're lots easier on my thumbs, and it goes, you know, goes down faster. There we go. I think I probably should have done this. Whoops. Yeah, I knew it was hanging on something, didn't feel right. It was hanging on the envelope on the other side. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Get our little clip for the middle. I'm glad I don't have to do that for every page. You know what I mean? Okay, we have one more pocket to put down, and it is, oh, and this. Let me lay this right there. Okay. This is a butterfly one. I did a butterfly and a bird in each signature. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay. We're going to put it on this ugly part. No, I'm just kidding. It's not ugly. It's just grungier than I'm into. There's nothing ugly about grunge. I really like it. But I'm not good at doing it. I'm not good at grunging up the papers. I don't know, I can. That's not true. I have used a lot of grungy papers since I've been journaling, but maybe it's, I don't know what it is, guys. And the funny thing is I can watch anybody that does grunge up their books a lot, and I love their videos. I mean, it's just me. I'm not good at doing it, I guess. All right, that's down. Look how pretty that butterfly is. He's yummy, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to go over here, find an area that has some, let me see. I know I want this little thing on the back. And yeah, I think it's right here is where I want this lavender pocket. Lavender pocket. After I do this book, at some point, I've got some other stuff planned, but after I do this book, at some point, I want to do another rainbow page. We're due to do that. Subbies are climbing pretty slow. You know, I feel like I plan good videos. I don't want people to not enjoy my channel, but I feel like it's a lot slower than I expected it to be. Seems like it kind of flew at one point. You know, I was getting them right and left, and now it's just really slow. So I don't know if it's the time of year. People just aren't watching as much YouTube in the summer or the spring. Vacations are going on, and we are going to decorate some of these pockets. And then we have this to put down. Now this one is not going to fold behind. It could have actually been it's not going to go like this. It's going to be tucked under here. So it's a little bit different than the one I did for the front of the book. And it also has a different shape. It has that little on the top there and on the front of the pocket. Okay, I thought I had already glued that down, but maybe not. I'm sitting here thinking, do I really want to put that on the back? Because I have some other big things I might want to put back there. So let me see what else I have in through here. Maybe we'll put it right here. Let's put it right here. And then we can put something different on the back if we decide to. All right, guys, it's time to go to the front of the book and show you my design on the front. I hope you guys like it. I have never tried to really design the front. I have had ideas of how I would do it, but I'm going to hold that up for you in just a second. I'm trying to get rid of this glue that's sticking to everything. I don't know where the lid went. There it is. We'll move that out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it up for you to see. Right here. Let me turn it. You guys tell me what you think. I decided to name it Vivid Nature, just like the collection. This is this is several pieces of lace or doilies, and I've cut them in random ways and put them like this ruffle goes with a totally different doily. This back here is from an old rugged, torn up. And then I wanted all these hose that are up here to show, but down through here I didn't, so I put some old linen behind that. This is matted in a white cardstock and then linen. This is an old doily that I cut apart for the flowers. And I did add linen right under the center so it would look more popped out. This is a flower I made out of different layers. Like it has one of those flower doilies that I cut apart behind it. And then the rest of it is just white fabric or linen and different layers of different kinds of lace. I've had this made for some time and I just figured this was the book. So it's not super fancy. And then I fussy cut this purple flower off of the Happy Mail sheets that Christy from Ooh La La Crafts gave me. And I feel like it's turned out pretty good. Alright guys, well, we've met our hours, so I've got to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and share so we can grow our channel. And subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in the next video where we make tags and load tags. All right, thanks guys. See you next time.